actually oogenesis in detail, and that I'm going to do it on the blackboard. And before I do that, I just want to give you a quick overview of the process of oogenesis, right? तो मैं यहाँ चाहती हूँ आप यहाँ पर देखें, just like spermatogenesis, oogenesis में भी the diploid germ cells, they form by mitosis, they form oogonia. This oogonia will undergo growth to form diploid primary oocyte. Now this primary oocyte will undergo meiosis 1. यहाँ से आपका मेन डिफरेंस स्टार्ट होता है. स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस में इसने दो सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट बनाया था, जबकि इस केस में वी हैव ओनली वन secondary oocyte and one small body called as the polar body. This first polar body will not undergo further meiosis in case of humans. Only secondary oocyte will undergo meiosis 2, and again the division will be unequal to form one small polar, second small polar body and a large egg. That means let us have some quick comparison between spermatogenesis and oogenesis, कि मैं आपको कुछ differences बता दूं. Right? So, सबसे पहला, in spermatogenesis, 1, sperms are found in millions, that too per ejaculate, and multiple ejaculates can occur in one day. In contrast, oogenesis में one egg is formed in 1 month in one ovary. Second, the sperms are small and motile, जबकि फीमेल में the eggs are large and non-motile. राइट? अब यहां पर क्या बनना है? एक एग बनना है, लार्ज एंड नॉन मोटाइल. प्रॉब्लम क्या है भाई? एग बनाने का तो एक ही तरीका है, दैट इज मियोसिस. इट्स गेटिंग लिटिल क्लमजी ओवर हियर. देयर इज ओनली वन प्रोसेस, दैट इज मियोसिस. एंड मियोसिस में इट इज 2 स्टेप्स. फर्स्ट, दिस इज माय सेल. It will undergo meiosis 1 to form 2 cells, and then it will undergo meiosis 2 to form further 2 cells. Right? This is how it happens. Let it put away here. अब क्या होता है? स्पर्म में तो हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मिलियंस में स्पर्म बनना है, तो हमें तो चारों से स्पर्म बनाना है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. फीमेल के केस में क्या है? आई वॉन्ट टू मेक ओनली वन एग, एंड द एग शुड बी लार्ज एंड हाउ शुड इट बी? द एग शुड बी लार्ज एंड नॉन मोटाइल. अब हम लोग यहाँ पर करेंगे क्या? So, I'll just quickly change the color of the pen and just show you हम करेंगे क्या. हमने क्या सोचा कि हम यहाँ पर 2 सेकेंडरी oocyte, ये जो आपका सेकेंडरी oocyte है, ये 2 सेकेंडरी oocyte नहीं बनाकर हम क्या करेंगे? एक बनाएंगे, और ये अपना पूरा साइटोप्लाज्म इसको दे देगा, such that the division will become unequal. This will become small in size. This we will call as the polar body, and this, the larger one, this will give the entire cytoplasm to this. So this will be called as the your secondary oocyte. अब ये क्या होगा? ये तो फर्दर डिवाइड करेगा ही नहीं. जब ये डिवाइड करेगा तो अगेन हम डिवीजन को इक्वल नहीं करके अनइक्वल कर देंगे, सच दैट ये अपना सारा साइटोप्लाज्म इसको दे दे. जब ये मियोसिस 2 करेगा, राइट, दो इक्वल नहीं बनाएंगे. अब ये अपना सारा साइटोप्लाज्म इसको दे देगा, सच दैट वी विल हैव अ सेकंड पोलर बॉडी एंड द एंटायर साइटोप्लाज्म हैज कम हियर. सो वी विल हैव अ लार्ज सिंगल नॉन मोटाइल egg. You got it? This is your meiosis. I had to write over here. थोड़ा clumsy हो गया. Again it become clumsy. I just want to tell it. Since we had to form only one egg, I want to repeat it, one egg, and that egg also should be large and non-motile. What we decided, rather than making 4 equal cells, we will make one large cell, and these cells will actually transfer their cytoplasm to this cell only, such that we can have one large egg. Right? So now that you understand, so let us have a quick comparison between spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Here it is the germ cell. Here we have the germ cell. It undergoes mitosis. Here it forms spermatogonia. It forms oogonia. It undergoes growth. It forms primary spermatocyte. It forms primary oocyte. Now this will undergo meiosis 1. This will also undergo meiosis 1. Here the cells are of equal size. Both of them are called secondary spermatocytes. Since I want to form only one egg with a lot of cytoplasm, what I will do is I'll make the division unequal. The small polar body and the large only one secondary oocyte. Now this will degenerate in case of females. Here both the cells, they again divided to form equal size spermatids and thus sperms. Here this will again undergo unequal division to form second polar body at the egg. I hope that this overview is clear, and once quick glance at what is there in your NCERT. So in your and yes, it gets arrested twice, I told you. So this is oogonia will undergo my mitosis to form primary oocyte. It will undergo meiosis 1 to form secondary oocyte and first polar body. The secondary oocyte will form second polar body and the ovum. This gets arrested twice. One, at the time, the process of oogenesis starts before birth. So at the time of birth, it gets arrested, and second time at puberty at the time of ovulation. Right, I just want you to see this diagram. You will understand. In here, in males, the once the spermatogenesis starts from the germ cell, it starts from germ cell. Second, only at the onset of puberty. And third, it will not stop till the sperms are formed. In contrast, female में many of the steps that occur before birth आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर. ठीक है, बर्थ से पहले इतना काम आपका हो जाता है. प्यूबर्टी आने के बाद oogenesis जब भी स्टार्ट होता है, यहां से स्टार्ट होता है. राइट, एंड ये 2 बार अरेस्ट होता है, एक बर्थ के वक्त और एक ओव्यूलेशन के वक्त. व्हाट आर दीज थिंग्स? दिस यू विल अंडरस्टैंड एज आई विल टीच यू द एंटायर प्रोसेस इन डिटेल ऑन द ब्लैक बोर्ड. राइट, सो नाउ ओवर टू द ब्लैक बोर्ड. I'm going to teach you oogenesis in detail now, right? Now, in female, this is my germ cells, right? This is the germ cells. You know that the ovary, it is lined by germ cells, and the ploidy of the germ cells is diploid. It is 2n. It is diploid. You know that. Then you know that first the germ cells, they undergo mitosis. So the germ cells will undergo mitosis, and the resultant cells that are formed from mitosis, you know that those resultant cells are called as oogonia. So it will form oogonia, which is again diploid in nature. So I'll just make the cell here like this, and this cell is called as oogonia, and the oogonia is again diploid in nature क्योंकि ये mitosis से बना है. Right? Unlike males, where all the spermatogonia, they form primary spermatocyte, in female, only few of the oogonia, they grow to form the primary oocyte. Only few of them will grow. I will write the stages here. They grow to form the primary oocyte. Right? And you know that since it has grown, तो ऑब्वियसली इसका प्लॉइडी भी क्या होगा, आपका 2n होगा. दिस विल फॉर्म प्राइमरी oocyte whose ploidy I am again writing as 2n. What happens to the remaining oogonia? If only few oogonia they enlarge, then what happens to the remaining ones? Right? The remaining ones, they surround these primary oocytes. You can see here I am drawing it in green color. The remaining, they surround the primary oocyte, and these cells we call as granulosa cells or the follicular cells, या इसको हम लोग follicular cells कहते हैं. Right? Now this entire structure, what is the entire structure? This primary oocyte, this one, the primary oocyte plus this granulosa cell को मिलाकर we call it as primary follicle. This entire structure is called as primary follicle. Now I will tell you one thing, I will tell you later. Now you know that this primary oocyte will undergo meiosis 1. So it will start meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 start हो जाएगा, but female में यहाँ से यहाँ तक का process जितना भी हम आपको बताए हैं, this process starts before birth. I want to tell you, when the girl is still not born, it starts before birth. And how much before birth? When the child is before birth, when the child is just 25 weeks old, that is approximately when the child is just 6 months and the child is within the mother's womb. मदर के वूम के अंदर है बच्चा, तब तक ये इतना काम फीमेल में स्टार्ट हो जाता है. अनलाइक मेल, where the spermatogenesis starts only on the onset of puberty, and spermatogenesis each time starts from the germ cell and ends in the formation of sperm. In female, the process of oogenesis starts before birth, when the child is only 6 months old, एंड यहां तक के सारे प्रोसेस फॉर बोथ द ओवरीज गेट कंप्लीटेड। दोनों ओवरी में जितना oogonia बनना है वो बर्थ से पहले बन जाता है। ये oogonia बाद में ग्रो करता है और बनाता है प्राइमरी oocyte। ये प्राइमरी oocyte बाद में सराउंड होता है बाय अ लेयर ऑफ द प्राइमरी, ओनली फ्यू ऑफ देम, द रिमेनिंग oogonia they surrounded, they form granulosa cell or follicular cells, and the entire structure including the granulosa cell and the primary oocyte, that's called as primary follicle, and all the primary follicle that is to be formed in both the ovaries for the entire life that gets completed just before birth। birth से पहले complete हो जाता है। यही नहीं, this primary oocyte also starts meiosis 1, ये अपना meiosis 1 भी start कर देता है। but you know that meiosis is let me come here, you know that the process of meiosis is divided into two parts, one is meiosis 1 and the other is meiosis 2, then you know again that meiosis 1 is again divided into leptotene, zygotene, diplotene, pachytene and dikinesis. Sorry, this will be zygotene, yes, leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene and dikinesis, right? आपको पता है ये इतने सारे स्टेजेस में बटा है यहाँ पर। and then this is prophase 1, this is prophase 1 meiosis 1 में। then prophase 1 के बाद क्या होगा, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1। similarly meiosis 2 में क्या होगा, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2। you know that right, you know that the meiosis is divided into so many steps, is that clear? अब ये सारे स्टेप में meiosis 1 में, prophase 1 में dikinesis तक बच्चे का बर्थ से पहले कंप्लीट हो जाता है, right? that means here the meiosis 1 will start and this will be arrested at dikinesis, that means in short it will be arrested at prophase 1, ठीक है, prophase 1 and the child will be born, बच्चे का जन्म हो जाएगा। तो यहां तक का जितना प्रोसेस है बेटा, this starts before birth। so now you will see I'll draw a line over here, I'll draw a line over here, इसके ऊपर I will write all these events have taken place before birth। now I will repeat it once again, I want you to understand this, that in case of females the process of oogenesis it starts before birth when the child is only 6 months old, right? the germ cells they divide to form oogonia, both the ovaries में पूरे लाइफ में जितना oogonia बनना है वो सारा oogonia बन जाएगा, ठीक। इनमें से only few oogonia will grow in size and they form the primary oocyte, the remaining oogonia, right, the remaining oogonia they surround this primary oocyte and they are called as granulosa cells or follicular cells, and together this combined structure is called as primary follicle। within this primary follicle the primary oocyte starts meiosis 1, but this meiosis 1 is arrested at dikinesis or prophase 1। अब जितना both the ovaries में पूरे लाइफ लॉन्ग जितना प्राइमरी oocyte बनना है, दोनों में पूरा प्राइमरी oocyte बन गया, पूरे लाइफ में जितना प्राइमरी oocyte बनना है वो बना ही नहीं है। all of them they have completed their meiosis 1 का prophase 1 and all of them they have reached till the stage of dikinesis and the child is born। then for 11 years till the child attains puberty, in female it is approximately 9 to 11 years, no further changes take place in the ovary, this remains arrested here। once the puberty is set, so here I will not write after birth, I will write after the onset of puberty, after puberty। now what will happen, this meiosis will resume, and the meiosis 1 will continue। अभी meiosis 1 चल ही रहा है because meiosis 1 is a long process, I have completed only prophase 1, I need to complete now metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, then prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase, so I am first talking about meiosis 1, not meiosis 2, so I have done only prophase 1, I need to complete metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, अभी मेरा meiosis चल ही रहा है, तब तक some changes take place here। what are the changes, just see this। जब तक meiosis 1 complete नहीं हो जाएगा, I will call it as primary oocyte, where surrounding this primary oocyte the number of granulosa cells increase. शुरू में granulosa cell आपका कितना था, 1 layer का था. Now here the number of granulosa cells will increase in number. I am just making 2 rows just to save my time. The number of granulosa cells increase in number. Not only that beta, it gets covered by a membrane which is also called as theca. It will be this by a, this is called as theca, such that what is the resultant structure? Look at this. This I told you is theca, right? This I told you is granulosa cells, जिसको we also call as follicular cells, and this the cell, since it is not completed meiosis 1, this will still be called as primary oocytes, right? This will still be called as primary oocyte, and the complete structure is called as secondary follicle. First this was primary follicle, now this is called as secondary follicle, right? Now अभी meiosis चल ही रहा है, meiosis complete नहीं हुआ है. That further changes will take place here. Now what are the further changes that will take place? Just look at this. अभी meiosis आपका चल ही रहा है बेटा. What will happen? These follicular cells or the granulosa cells, they secrete a fluid. They secrete a fluid, right? As a result, a fluid-filled cavity appears called as antrum, and this primary oocyte sinks at the bottom. So let me make it here, right? So what will happen? This is my primary oocyte, since the meiosis is not completed. This will sink to the bottom, and the granulosa cells, they will surround it like this, as I had shown you. But since the number of granulosa cells increases, they secrete a fluid filled cavity, they make a fluid filled cavity called as antrum. मैं पहले थीका बना लेती हूँ, तो it becomes easy for me to draw this diagram. So what will happen? These granulosa cells, they will migrate towards the corner. ये सारे corner में चले जाएंगे like this. They will be more in number. I am not making as much just to save the time. And here a fluid filled cavity appears. This is called as antrum, and this theca also becomes double layered. From single layer it becomes double layered, right? So let me label it once again. So this is your theca, 2 layers of theca. This I will call it as theca externa. Theca externa. This one I will call as theca interna. Theca interna. The 2 layers of theca. Now this is still the follicular cells or the granulosa cells, right? Now this is a fluid filled cavity called as antrum, and the cell, since the meiosis is not complete, it's still called as the primary oocyte, right? And this complete complex structure, now we will call it as tertiary follicle. We will call as tertiary follicle. ठीक है? Now what are these changes are taking place after the onset of puberty. एक बार प्यूबर्टी हो गया, आपको पता है एक ओवरी 1 महीने में एक एग बनाता है. सपोज इस बार इस ओवरी का चांस है एग बनाने का, तो बर्थ के बाद इट इज नेवर स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द जर्म सेल. बर्थ के बाद इट विल ऑलवेज स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दिस स्टेज, बिकॉज in the entire life both the ovaries को जितना भी primary oocyte बनाना है, they have already made it, they have already covered it with granulosa cells, they have already completed meiosis 1, and they are ready in both the ovary. If this time it is this ovary ka turn, it is this primary oocyte whose meiosis is arrested at prophase 1, it will go ahead, proceed, and from here after puberty the steps take place. The meiosis continues, and as meiosis continues there is a lot of changes in this primary follicle. This primary follicle gets converted into secondary follicle, the secondary follicle gets converted into tertiary follicle. By this time the meiosis 1 gets completed. By this time the meiosis 1 gets completed, and you know that once the meiosis 1 is completed, the cell will no longer be called as primary oocyte, it will be called as secondary oocyte. So let us see what will happen now. So meiosis 1 is completed, and since meiosis 1 is completed, now the cell that is formed, this will be called as secondary oocyte, and this entire structure also becomes very big. Let us see what are the changes that take place. Look at here carefully. Now this cell is your secondary oocyte. You know that in meiosis the division is unequal. You do not, from meiosis 1 you must have 2 cells, but both the cells are not of the same size and they are not called secondary oocyte. One of them behaves like secondary oocyte and the other one is a small, structure, and this is called as the polar body. This is the first polar body. As soon as this secondary oocyte is formed, this secondary oocyte gets covered by a membrane, and this membrane is called as zona pellucida. I will just show you this. Right? So this this primary oocyte, it divided to form a secondary oocyte and the first polar body. The secondary oocyte got covered by a membrane called as zona pellucida. Right? Now I will draw this first. I'll draw the outline first. The cell increases in size a lot. You know that it is already covered by double membrane, that is 2 theca is formed. And the number of granulosa cells also increases a lot. So I am going to make the granulosa cells over here, and I am going to make it a little quickly, since making all of them will take a lot of time. So I am just going to make a few of them like this. These are your granulosa cells, and this is entirely covered by granulosa cells. And the number of granulosa cells increases drastically. The size of tertiary follicle also increases drastically. You can see how the size has increased, and now I am just going to make it like this. These are all my granulosa cells, beta. And since just to save time, I am just drawing it like this. Now look at this new structure that has come up, right? This new structure now let us label this. This is your theca externa. Now this is your theca interna. Now this is your granulosa cells, also called as follicular cells. Now this is your fluid filled antrum, the cavity called as antrum. Now this is your cell is no longer primary oocyte. This will be called as secondary oocyte. Right? This is your secondary oocyte whose ploidy is now N. Right, from 2A. Now this is covered by a membrane. I told you red color I have made it. This is called as zona pellucida, and this is my first polar body. This is my first polar body, right? And this entire structure, this is called as Graafian follicle. Now this Graafian follicle में जो secondary oocyte है, now this will undergo meiosis 2. You know that we have just now completed meiosis 1, and after meiosis 1 we have completed meiosis 1. Now it will undergo meiosis 2. And you know that meiosis 2 is again divided into prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase, telophase 2. So let me tell you how it will proceed. I need some place, so I am just rubbing it out. This will undergo meiosis 2. And this meiosis 2, I'll just draw it over here. This meiosis 2 will again be arrested. It will not be complete. So this is the second time where it will be arrested. This meiosis 2 will continue only till metaphase 2. So I will write this will undergo meiosis 2, and this meiosis 2 is arrested at metaphase 2. Right? Now, what happens? There are certain proteins called as metaphase promoting proteins. They allow the cell to remain in metaphase. ठीक है? ये metaphase में arrest हो जाता है. And at this stage, the Graafian follicle ruptures. Right? The Graafian follicle ruptures, and it is, I will show you over here now. I will show you here the female reproductive system. I am just drawing a very small diagram just to explain you some of the key features, what's happening. This is the ovary. After birth, the primary follicle forms secondary follicle. Primary follicle was already there before birth. It forms secondary follicle. This formed tertiary follicle, and this formed Graafian follicle. Within the Graafian follicle, you have your secondary oocyte, right? This secondary oocyte undergoes meiosis 2. It stays there till when? Till metaphase 2. And after that what happens? this graphene follicle ruptures and the secondary oocyte is released into the fallopian tube. ये secondary oocyte को release किया जाता है. Female में it is never the egg which is released, it is always the secondary oocyte whose meiosis has been arrested at metaphase 2. That is what is released, right? And the remaining cells, ये तो release हो गया. The remaining cells, they remain in the ovary and they form a structure called as corpus luteum, about which I will teach you later. The remaining cells, they form a structure called as corpus luteum. This corpus luteum eventually dries up, सूख जाता है, हम आपको बताएंगे, and then this is called as corpus albicans. And all this I will teach you later. Is that clear? ठीक. So फिलहाल I just want to tell you this has been released at what stage? At meiosis 2. Where? At metaphase 2. Right? It is meiosis 2 में, metaphase 2 में it is arrested. Now when will this meiosis be completed? If the male gamete sperm comes. अब क्या है बेटा? ये जो egg है, इसकी viability is only 24 hours. Maximum 24 hours, 12 to 24 hours, this egg is viable. ठीक है? अगर ये 12 to 24 hours में the sperm reaches, then I will complete my meiosis to form the egg. If the sperm does not come, what is the point making the egg? जब fertilization होना ही नहीं है, what is the point completing the meiosis and making the egg? The secondary oocyte degenerates. It just waits for 12 hours for the male gamete sperm to come. If in the 12 hours the male gamete sperm comes and the head of the sperm touches the secondary oocyte, and the head, the moment it touches, it comes to know that yes, the male gamete has come. Now there is a scope of fertilization. So it immediately completes its meiosis too. Then what happens? Certain anaphase promoting proteins are secreted, and this secondary oocyte, this here, till here graphene follicle, the entire event took place in the ovary. Now what will happen? It will take place in the fallopian tube. In the fallopian tube, this will complete its meiosis too. And in meiosis too, you know what again it will happen? It will form a big egg. You know that the bulk of the cytoplasm will go to one. This is called as egg or ooted or ovum, right? And the division will be unequal and it will form this one will be called as second polar body. This cell will be called as second polar body. The second polar body will gradually degenerate. So let us see here, if the head of the sperm comes, this secondary oocyte will complete its meiosis and it will then converted into egg, and this will be called as the second polar body. And by that time, अभी तो egg का sperm के touch करने से इतना हुआ था ना, by that time what happens, the sperm releases its nucleus inside and immediately the egg is being converted into zygote. This fertilized egg is called as zygote. So this is the entire process of oogenesis which takes place in human females. It is little complicated and more elaborate as compared to males, right? So I'm just going to revise the entire steps once again what I have taught you. You have to remember one thing, in females, unlike male may per spermatogenesis 4 sperms are formed. Unlike that, in female only one egg is formed. First you have to remember. Second, in males the process of spermatogenesis, it starts only on the onset of puberty and does not stop at all till the sperms are formed. And in contrast, in females the process of oogenesis starts before birth. It already starts before birth, and before the final egg is formed, it is arrested twice. Once here at the stage of meiosis 1, before birth it is arrested, and second it is arrested here in the ovary, and the structure which is ovulated is not egg, it is secondary oocyte. The second will resume. The first arrest will resume where? On the onset of puberty. ये पहली बार हमने arrest किया birth से पहले, अब ये resume कब करेगा? जब puberty आएगा. ये second वाला अरेस्ट कब होता है? जस्ट बिफोर ओव्यूलेशन. और ये कंप्लीट कब होगा? जब आपका मेल गैमेट आएगा. अगर मेल गैमेट आया तब जाकर meiosis 2 कंप्लीट होगा and the process of oogenesis will be complete. That means I want to insist and repeat on this point that in female the entire process of oogenesis is arrested twice, unlike male. मेल में एक बार आपका germ cell से आपका sperm बनना चालू हुआ, जब तक sperm नहीं बन जाएगा the entire process does not stop and it starts only on the onset of puberty, and each meiosis, spermatogenesis will lead to the formation of 4 sperms. Unlike that in females, 3 things. They will start before birth. 1, it will get arrested twice. Third, only 1 egg is formed. Remaining the polar bodies, they eventually get degenerated. This is the first polar body. Second, the first polar body तो यही degenerate कर जाता है. Then this will do meiosis to form a second polar body and the female gamete, that is egg. So let us revise all the steps once again, right? So let us see it here. The germ cells which are diploid in nature, they will undergo mitosis to form, a structure called as oogonia. Not all the oogonia, they increase in size. Only few of them increase in size to form the primary oocyte. The remaining oogonia, they surround the primary oocyte to form granulosa cells or follicular cells, and this entire complex structure, this is called as your primary follicle. Now you can ask me this question, ma'am, what is the function of this granulosa cells? This is your primary follicle. What is the function of this granulosa cell? This granulosa cell, it actually, aids, it helps these primary oocytes to be eventually converted into the egg. How? 1, they give it nutrition. Second, they are the hormone receptors. Actually, this ovulation that takes place in the ovary, this takes place under the influence of a hormone called as LH, which I am going to teach you in my next, lesson. So this hormone LH जो ग्राफिन फॉलिकल को रप्चर करके इसको निकालने में मदद करता है, ये LH के रिसेप्टर्स आर एक्चुअली फाउंड ऑन this one only beta. These granulosa cells, they actually act as those receptors, right? Now what happens, this entire structure is called as primary follicle. Within the primary follicle, जो ये आपका this है primary oocyte है, this primary oocyte will now undergo meiosis 1. The meiosis 1 will start, but it will get arrested at prophase 1 at the step of diakinesis, right? Then what will happen? The child, all this will be completed when the child is just 25 weeks old. After that, the child will be born, and till puberty, there will be no further changes in the ovary. यानी कि birth से पहले, ठीक है, ये अगर हमारा primary follicle है, ये हमारा secondary follicle है, ये tertiary follicle है, तो दोनों ovary में जितने primary follicle बनने थे, ये birth से पहले बनकर काम खत्म, यहाँ तक का काम खत्म हो गया. Once the puberty is reached, then what happens? This primary follicle, suppose इस ovary का इस महीने turn है, अगला उसका. Whenever they make eggs, they will actually start it from the level of primary follicle. So this primary follicle में जो primary oocyte है, it will proceed its meiosis 1. Then this structure will get a little complicated. The number of granulosa cells will increase. A theca will appear. This is called as primary oocyte, and the entire structure is called as secondary follicle. Now the meiosis will continue. No, it's not still completed, but there will be further changes in the secondary follicle. Now the number of theca layers will get twice. This is theca externa, interna. These granulosa cells, they secrete a fluid. As a result, a fluid-filled cavity called as antrum appears, and the primary oocyte, it sinks at the bottom, and this entire structure is called as tertiary follicle. By this time, the meiosis 1 gets completed. So this primary oocyte is called as secondary oocyte. It covers by a membrane called as zona pellucida. And besides secondary oocyte, the first polar body is formed. Number of granulosa cells increases, the size of the follicle increases, it gets covered by 2 theca, theca externa and interna, and the entire structure is called as graphene follicle. All these changes, they take place within the ovary, right? Within the ovary itself. Now within this graphene follicle, this secondary oocyte will also start meiosis 2, but this meiosis 2 will be arrested at metaphase 2, and at this time the graphene follicle will rupture and the secondary oocyte will be released, and it will wait in the oviduct for the arrival of the sperm. If the sperm head comes and touches this secondary oocyte, then it will complete its. So here I will write this, the upar wala portion happens where? Only after sperm entry. ठीक, this is arrested after sperm entry. After sperm entry, the meiosis 2 resumes entry. The meiosis 2 will resume, and this will form one haploid egg. This egg is haploid. It will form haploid egg and a haploid polar body. The polar body will degenerate, and the egg will fertilize with the sperm to form the zygote. Is that clear? So this is the entire process of oogenesis, it is little elaborate as compared to spermatogenesis, and the entire steps I have already dealt with. आपको मैं oogenesis से related कुछ facts I want to share, right? What are those facts? As I told you, in females, the process of oogenesis starts before birth. तो ये जो germ cells है ये oogonia बनाते हैं. कितने oogonia बनाते हैं? That's the statistics given in your NCERT. It is about a couple of million oogonia is found in each of the ovary. दोनों ovary में individually करीब a few million oogonia is formed. Now what will happen? This oogonia will grow in size and they will form primary oocyte. They will get surrounded by a layer of cells and these are called granulosa cells and this is called as the primary follicle. उसके बाद meiosis 1 start हो जाएगा and बच्चे का birth हो जाएगा. Now birth से लेकर right puberty तक 11 साल तक no further changes take place in the ovary except रखे many of these primary follicles they actually degenerate such that at puberty only about 60,000 to 70,000 these primary follicles or you may say primary oocytes are left in each of the ovaries. So this is one statistics I wanted you to know. Further steps, so it's the same what I have taught. Another thing I want to you to see here. मैंने यहाँ पर आपको कहा था कि it gets arrested at dikinesis. Now in some books and even on internet you may find here that dikinesis नहीं लिखा है कि it gets arrested at diplotin. Some books say diplotin, some say dikinesis. Now you'll ask me, ma'am, हम क्या लिखेंगे? तो मैं आपको तो सिर्फ ये बोल दूँ at your age and stage at class 12 you are not supposed to learn either diplotin or dikinesis. The only thing that you are supposed to know is that it gets arrested at prophase 1. Right? And the third and last thing which I want to actually share from this blackboard is दो आपके एनसीईआरटी में ग्राफिन फॉलिकल का डायग्राम नहीं बना हुआ है ट्वाइस इन बोर्ड एग्जाम 1 मार्क का 2 मार्क का क्वेश्चन ड्रॉ द लेबल डायग्राम ऑफ ग्राफिन फॉलिकल आ चुका है वेयर इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड दैट यू नो 2 to 4 लेबलिंग ऑफ ग्राफिन फॉलिकल्स राइट सो उसके लिए प्लीज we will just have a quick revise on this. It's theca externa, interna, then this is the granulosa cells, also called as follicular cells, also called as membrana granulosa. Cavity called as antrum. Then this is the secondary oocyte covered by zona pellucida. This is the first polar body, and so this is the structure of your graphene follicle. ठीक है, तो ये जो पूरा प्रोसेस ऑफ oogenesis है, let us once I will now take you to the NCERT. एक बार NCERT रीडिंग कर ले what is given there before we conclude my today's lecture. Here we are. Please open page 48 of your NCERT and here you can see from this paragraph the process of oogenesis starts. It is very clear written. The process of formation of mature female gamete is called as oogenesis. It is quite different from that of spermatogenesis. कैसे? One, the oogenesis is initiated during the embryonic condition, जबकि मैंने आपको बताया था spermatogenesis starts only after the onset of puberty. ठीक? At the embryonic condition, about a couple of million of gamete mother cells, that is oogonia, form. मैंने आपको बताया था a couple million of oogonia is formed within each fetal ovary. This oogenesis starts during the embryonic development as well. No more oogonia will be added after birth. Birth के बाद और बिल्कुल भी नहीं बनेगा. ये सेल डिवाइड करता है, एंटर करता है प्रोफेज 1 ऑफ मियोसिस में, जहां पर इट गेट्स टेम्परेरली अरेस्टेड एंड इट्स कॉल्ड प्राइमरी oocyte. This primary oocyte then surrounds by granulosa cells. It is called as primary follicle. A number of these follicles they degenerate between birth to puberty. मैंने कहा था puberty में only 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicles are left in each ovary. Now after puberty what happens? The primary follicle is surrounded by more granulosa cells and a new theca, and this is called as secondary follicle. Now the secondary follicle जो है इसमें आपका transform होगा to form tertiary follicle. It is characterized by fluid filled cavity called antrum. इसके अलावा theca यहाँ पर दो लेयर में organize हो जाता है, inner theca and an outer theca. This is important to attention here that at this stage the primary oocyte within the tertiary follicle, अब इस follicle को हम लोग कहते हैं tertiary follicle. यहाँ पर अपना size grow करता है और meiosis 1 complete करता है. इसका meiosis 1 unequal division होता है. It results in the formation of a large secondary oocyte and the first tiny polar body, right? Now come here. This is about your polar body. This secondary oocyte जो आपका बनता है इसमें bulk of the nutrient cytoplasm होता है. The first polar body meiosis 1 से further degenerate करेगा कि divide करेगा, तो मैंने कहा था human being में वो degenerate कर जाता है. उसके बाद हम लोग ये tertiary follicle में जो further changes होने के बाद जो structure बनता है उसको कहते हैं graphene follicle. Graphene follicle के अंदर में लुक एट हियर, ग्राफिन फॉलिकल के अंदर में ये जो सेल है, राइट, दिस सेल इज कॉल्ड एज सेकेंडरी oocyte. इसके चारों तरफ एक मेम्ब्रेन होता है, इसको कहते हैं जोना पेल्यूसिडा. अब ये ग्राफिन फॉलिकल बाद में रप्चर होता है, एंड इसके रप्चर करके ये जो सेकेंडरी oocyte निकलता है, फेलोपियन ट्यूब में जाता है. वी कॉल इट एज ओव्यूलेशन. नाउ हैव अ लुक एट दिस डायग्राम वेरी केयरफुली. इफ यू कैन सी, दिस इज द डायग्राम ऑफ ओवरी. यहाँ ओवरी में आपको दिख रहा है, दिस इज योर कॉर्टेक्स रीजन एंड दिस इज योर मेडुला रीजन. कॉर्टेक्स हैज द वेरियस फॉलिकल. Say this is primary follicle, this is not labeled, this should have been secondary follicle. Now this is your tertiary follicle, this is graphene follicle. This graphene follicle ke andar, this is your secondary oocyte, right? Now this ruptures, it forms ovum. The remaining cells, they form corpus luteum, which later dries to form corpus albicans. ठीक है, इट विल फॉर्म और कॉर्पस एल्बिकन्स. नाउ इफ यू कैन सी, आपके बुक पे ग्राफिन फॉलिकल का सिर्फ यही डायग्राम है, बट द डायग्राम इट कम्स अदरवाइज टू मेक इन द बोर्ड एग्जाम, एंड व्हाट यू हैव टू ड्रॉ एंड हाउ यू हैव टू ड्रॉ, आई हैव ऑलरेडी शेयर्ड इट विथ यू, right? So with this we have also completed the NCERT discussion of your process of oogenesis has also been completed. Now that the NCERT, so we have actually discussed what is oogenesis, how it is different from spermatogenesis, the elaborate steps of oogenesis, and the NCERT discussion. I'm sure now this topic is very clear to you, so go ahead and now study it.